It's a big play, as in it's a story about large people who are experiencing large emotions on this particular day in their lives. And it's a day that changes their lives forever.
Our students need to learn how to speak in verse, how to live. When you're doing classical theater, it's not only elevated text, it's elevated everything. Everything is much, much larger than life. So for those reasons we picked it, but also because of this adaptation, it's very contemporary. And it's going to be very, very relevant to many of the things that are going on today, such as relationship issues between marital partners, domestic violence. So it's very relevant. And then there are many, many, just the passion, the emotional sort of roller coaster that you go on. It really makes for great theater.
You think I'm tired of you. I lusted for younger flesh. You're wrong.
A husband and wife are in the middle of a breakup, and in a society where the husband can decide that it's okay to end a marriage without necessarily having a lot of reasons other than he deems it's time to, or he decides that he wants to. And he decides that he's going to marry a younger woman who happens to be the daughter of the local king. And today's the day when the wife finds out that that marriage is happening, and it's also the day that the king decides to banish her and her children. And so she decides that she is unhappy with this and decides to take action.
You brought it on yourself.
What did I do? I took a wife and let her down?
You cursed the royal house.
And yours.
This gets us nowhere.
So I'm Heather Davies, I'm directing.
First of all, I wanted a woman to direct this. I wanted someone who lived in the world of classical theater, elevated text. I wanted a person who could bridge the worlds of contemporary life and classical Greek theater. And Heather's experience, she's directed a lot of plays in both worlds. That coupled with just her sense, her sort of interesting and quirky sense of humor and her passion, all of that sort of matched up with what I think is, what I think is contained in this play.
Okay. I am ecstatic with the amount that you guys have learned. It's fantastic. Great. In 4 weeks. Yay. Okay.
She's wonderful, absolutely great. Every night, you never know what she's going to do. She comes up with something new every night. She's a very smart woman, very instinctual. I don't have to explain. I never had to explain to her how to work with me as a deaf actor. She just instinctively knew how to do it. So she knew immediately. We have kind of like a symbiosis going on, so that we can communicate with each other very well. I think that VCU found a gem. I don't know how David found her, but she is the absolute perfect director for Medea.
Sometimes, just like in the profession, there are times when a project comes to you with casting already in place. And when David approached me, he already knew that he wanted Mary to play Medea. So the conversation was that Mary will be playing Medea. Can you get excited about that as an opportunity? And I said, yeah, absolutely, completely.
Mary is a graduate student. We have who is deaf. Well, she is an award-winning actor that has been on Broadway, TV, film, and this sort of thing. Mary has a lot of experience in life, and like many of the other graduate students we have in the VCU program, Mary is older. Mary is emotionally and physically just a very powerful presence, as you will see when you watch her work. She's emotionally very supple, very flexible. She's imaginative, daring, big risk-taking, and the role of Medea is so monumental in size. It needed a person of life experience, and, meaning age, as well as the theatrical experience, and Mary was the person. If we didn't have someone of her stature, we probably wouldn't be able to do that role, to do this show.
Medea is very angry. I mean, she feels betrayed. She has been betrayed. She feels passion and love and anger, and those feelings overthrow logic for her. I think it's very difficult for her because it's very difficult for me because every night, I have to bring up that anger and to be able to play the part appropriately. And it's very tiring. It's just exhausting. And I have to, we all are relating to Medea in some ways. The betrayal, who hasn't experienced that?
You can. Aren't women made for this? Useless. Useless, are we? Good for nothing good? Then evil be our good, and
I think the reason that casting choice works is that it helps to focus particular themes that Euripides, as a writer, is trying to get across. With Medea as the outsider, she is a non-Greek in a Greek society. I think regardless of culture, we've all definitely had moments in our lives where we feel that we're the outsider in a particular community. And this helps to heighten that thematic exploration, is my take on it.
old songs, old slanders, men singing women's faithlessness enough. If women had a voice, if Apollo, Lord of the Lyre, had let us sing our songs, we'd still their theme. We'd sing of men's outrageousness. Medea, you sailed from your native land, ablaze with love. You dared the straits for a strange man's sake. Once here that man betrayed you, broke his wedded word, and threw you out exile again. Content your only friend. Oaths out! Promises farewell, fled like smoke. All honor fled, for the whole Greek world obey. Where can Medea go? The pain. Her father's house is barred. Another woman queens it in her bed. Light rules. Her power is gone.
We're kind of combining modern and a classical look to it. I guess that's one thing, so that you believe it could be happening in the present or perhaps even in the future.
Just in the kind of the spirit of the music and the relationship between voice and percussion. It's not necessarily anything new, but I like it.
I'm including percussive elements, both vocal percussion and physical percussion. So I think that'll help make it feel lively. Those are particularly on moments when the chorus are taking control of the stage. And I think the inclusion of American Sign Language will give it a very, very different flavor. And that will provide exciting opportunities to open up the play in a way that's been different, that is different than has been done previously.
But you wouldn't hold your tongue. You would talk treason.